Now that the true identity of the truth has been outed to the world, will Jonathan Kent end up facing any blowback? Well, let's hop into the pages of Superman Son of Kal-El issue number 13 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up from where the last issue left off, John and Jay had managed to uncover a massive conspiracy within the American government. Turns out there was a senator who wasn't just helping the evil Bendix traffic in post-human weapons, he was one himself. Though in a twist that is sadly both realistic and depressing, no one in the actual news media is talking about the evil corrupt tentacle monster. Instead, they're only talking about Jay. You know, this is like if the leader of Anonymous was somehow unmasked on live television. What I find particularly really funny is all these news talking heads are talking about their own Bendix, Gamora, and Jay conspiracies, and one particularly loud guy says that he thinks that Jay is actually Bendix's son. This is funny because if you watch my videos, that was my theory since like issue 2. I really do have to wonder, does Tom Taylor watch my videos and is that a subtle reference? If you are out there, Tom, hi, like your stuff. One thing is clear, it's getting way too hot for Jay to stay where he is right now with so many eyes on him and Batman not allowing him to hide out at the same place that the Kents are. John decides that it might be best to stash him at the Fortress of Solitude until they can make up their minds about what they want to do next. Here's the thing though, as the two young men make it to the fortress, they realize that they're not the first ones there, as Dreamer has somehow managed to beat them there. Dreamer, in case you didn't know, is actually an original character from the CW Supergirl show who got canonized a few years back in that Pride anthology special. And now she's making her first real deal debut in the main continuity right here, right now. Dreamer, if the name wasn't a dead giveaway, can actually travel via dream. She got into the fortress by using some of the animals that Superman keeps there as portals. She didn't even know she had that power until she tried. John is actually already kind of aware of Dreamer, as because of his adventures with Dream Girl and the Legion of Superheroes, he was already aware of Dreamer's alien race. Why is she here now though? Well, classic superhero stuff. She has a prophecy of doom to share with the new young Superman. For you see, Nyanal has dreamed a dark possible future wherein Henry Bendix and the Rising end up destroying all the superheroes on Earth. As we learn, Bendix's plan actually started in Gotham instead of Metropolis. He killed the Joker and seemingly made off with some of his Joker poison. From there, he dropped a giant post-human on the city, who ended up spreading poison gas all over the place. Actually, this scene feels very familiar to one from an Infinite Crisis tie-in where Chemo got dropped on Bloodhaven. I wonder if it's a direct reference or just kind of a coincidence. Either way, John and the other superheroes jump into action to try and save everyone they can. Using his super lungs, John would have attempted to suck up all the poison and expel it somewhere out in deep space. Unfortunately, in doing so, he would end up signing his and the other heroes' death warrants. You see, Bendix in this possible future had been profiling John, knowing that he would go out of his way to be a hero and try and dispel the gas. He laced it with kryptonite. With no Superman to help turn the tide, Bendix, the Rising, and his brand new Gamora Corps were able to overwhelm the heroes of the Justice League. The worst part is that Bendix says he plans to tell the public that the heroes fought bravely, but with them gone, the only way that they're ever going to feel safe anymore is if they pay him top dollar for his post-human weapons. Now, of course, these are only shadows of what may be, though I must admit I find it kind of interesting that Dreamer imagines a dark future wherein all the superheroes die, and that's more or less what's going on in Dark Crisis at the moment. The worst part is this vision should be happening any day now if Dreamer is to be believed. John is naturally at the end of his rope and thinks that maybe now is the time for him to just go to Gamora and kick Bendix's ass. Jay ends up being the cooler head here, saying that there's lots of reasons they haven't done that already. Anything Superman does can be seen as an act of aggression by the American government, and John doesn't want to kickstart World War III. It seems that the only way now that they're ever going to depose Bendix is if they can try and kickstart some sort of revolution amongst the Gamoran people. If they overthrow their corrupt president, then everyone's hands can stay nice and clean. And hey, you're probably thinking to yourself, wasn't Jay's mom president of Gamora before Bendix? Indeed she was, and as the comic comes to a close, we're reminded that she is very much alive. Though sadly, now that Bendix knows that Jay was the one acting as the truth, trying to undermine his presidency, he plans to use his own mother as a weapon against him. And so that was Superman Son of Kal-El issue number 13, everybody. A pretty good issue, but one that was maybe not as strong as the one that preceded it. I'd hoped after all the big revelations of issue 12 we were going to keep that momentum going forward, but really this issue feels more like a breather. Not a bad thing, but still a breather. It's certainly fun to see Dreamer involved. They definitely build on some stuff that was set up with John's time in the Legion, and she's certainly ready for a spin-off now. You gotta wonder too, with Dreamer's vision involving Nightwing and Gotham, is this Taylor maybe planting seeds for another big Nightwing Super Sons crossover in the future? If so, I think we would all agree that that would be pretty damn cool. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10. It was pretty good. Even if it was basically a story about someone telling you about a dream they had and a thing that might happen but still might not. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.